Hey folks, David Thompson here, and we're going to be talking about personal development plan, what it is, and why it's important for you to have one. Let's talk a little bit about what it is first of all, because a personal development plan is essentially the component of you developing yourself internally, you're mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all the different aspects, okay, of how you need to develop yourself because you need to get bigger than your problems. Like that's a phrase that Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, was talking about, because we all know that in life and in business, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be problems, and if we're going to be successful in any area of our life, then we're going to have to become bigger than our problems. So what is exactly a personal development plan going to do for me? Well, you see, when you start expanding your mind, you start reading the good books, you start listening to good programs that are going to challenge the way that you think, that are going to change the way you think. This is all necessary for you to transform yourself, because everybody needs to grow in who they are. It is going to impact all of your personal relationships in your life, and it's going to have a dramatic impact on the success of your business, because when things happen, we all know that life is not about what happens, it's about how we deal with what happens. And if you wanted to ask yourself a few questions, and one of them would be, how are you dealing with the obstacles that are occurring in your life today? Are you responding to things, or are you reacting to things? So if you find that you're reacting to a lot of situations, then maybe it's time for you to take a good look at who you are and who you want to become. Because in order to go from who you are to who you want to become, you need to grow. And in order to grow, you need to take a close look at your strengths, your weaknesses, and you have to find ways to start working on yourself to grow in your life and in your business. So if you're going to start looking at things that are going to be expanding your mind, you're going to be looking at a wide range of books, and because you all know that leaders are readers, so you're going to have to investing into yourself in many different ways. A lot of people, what they do is they do meditation. Other people, they listen to business CDs, because that are on when you're traveling on the highway. You find yourself stuck in traffic. Now you can do one of two things. You can focus on the negative impact of being stuck in traffic, which is not going to change the situation, but in order for you to change, you have to change the way you look at it. Wayne Dyer, the personal development guru, mentioned that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And the way that we changed the way we look at things is we develop a whole new level of awareness about who we are and where we are currently at in our life. And if you take a look at that and then where you want to go, then what's it going to take? It's going to take a lot of growing. It's going to take a lot of learning. That is also including in some falling down, some scraping of the knees. But the idea is that you need to develop yourself on a personal level to be able to grow. And so you're going to have a more enrichment in your personal relationships. You're going to have a greater enrichment in your business relationships. You're going to find that as you develop new coping mechanisms, you're going to be able to face the challenges that arise on a daily basis in your business and in your personal life. You will find that you'll be switching from being reactive to responsive. So that means when things happen, guess what? For every problem, there's a solution. And generally speaking, what people need to do is they need to use what we call the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule. So you're going to switch the way that you look at things. So that means that 80% of your focus is now going to go on to finding a solution. Because we all know that nothing changes if you maintain the exact same thinking that you have when the problem occurred or what created the problem. So this is all just something that you need to implement into your daily life. It's kind of like bathing. It's like you have to do it daily. There's no such a thing as that when you do it once, then you learn it and then it just stays with you. These are things that we need constant reminders of. So what's really important is that how you start off your day in your personal development plan. So you need to be journaling your thought processes. And if you want to use a little experiment that I learned from one of my mentors to find out how you're thinking throughout the day, set your smartphone at random to go off at multiple times during the daytime. Stop yourself, and then what you're going to do is when the alarm goes off, you're going to record exactly what you were thinking. Was it negative or positive? So that you become more aware of what you're thinking about certain situations, and you can record a couple of things to note that have you been reacting to things or you have been responding to things. Because maybe you need a little bit more rest. Maybe you need some exercise to de-stress. There's a number of different things that you can do, but these are all part of your personal development plan. But it's very, very critical that you're going to add these components to your life, and you're going to find that you're going to see a lot of shifting and transformation in your personal life, your relationships, and in your business life. I hope you've gotten some value out of this, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.